So we all have beat blocks that prevents us from making something cool, despite the hours we spend to kind of trying. And for me, it happens more often than I would like to. So how do I get over those? Doing remakes. So yes, I thought I would do some remakes of some of the cooler songs that I really like, the beats especially. So this is one of them. It's Kendrick Lamar's Chapter 6 off of Section 80, of course. And I really like this beat. Then also the song itself. It's Kendrick. But the beat itself is very atmospheric, very high type of thing. So yes, I have the sample here. I think it's by We Are Kings. It's Hey. And I did a little bit of listening, and I found that the section that they sample was somewhere here. So the cool thing about this beat is that it's that kind of very lush piano in the back, the very calm and soothing vocals. That's something that I really like on this. On this sample, there is like additional drums. I won't be able to recreate the drums perfectly because I don't really have the samples for these drums, but that's not really the point. For me, I'm trying to get inspiration and some kind of sense of something complete. I'll cut here. So it's and I'll stop, let's say, somewhere here. This whole beat, I think it's at like 70, something like this, 70 BPM ish. But let me just try to align where I would like to chop. So I think it starts right here. And then that loops over and over, and there is I think there is a section here. That part also adds to close the loop, because you have to close your loop. So I'm just going to cut it right here. Right here. Then I'm going to just repeat this, and then I will try to remove, because I have some clipping. I'll just try to adjust the, let's say, the fade out. Let's add 4, 5, 6. Yes, let's add some drums. I'm not sure I'll be able to find the exact drums, but let's try. I think the hi-hat was I think that's a triplet. So let's try a triplet. Yeah, triplet 1/8. Now in the original, I think there is like a volume playing in the hi-hat. So to make it sound like the original, the hi-hats, I guess, on the ones are at maximum, and the rest are having the little velocity plate. Now the kick on this beat is actually very simple. It's just it's just that. That's the kick, I think. I don't know if this is the right sound, but yeah. Let me try to find a snare similar. So I think one of these two is close. I don't have this exact snare, or I don't really want to go too deep in trying to find them. But I have these two snare that I layered, and I just adjust the velocity on the other one. So overall, the drum is like, and then there is like the open hat, but overall it's something like this. But the harder part, because the cool thing, which makes it a little bit hard for me on this beat, is that there is the main bass and kind of the main, I guess, harmonic is a bass, a guitar bass. I don't have a guitar bass, and I don't think I can recreate these notes like this or easily. Yeah, I don't know about the bass. But as far as just the remake, I think this is pretty cool. I really like the vibe of this. The sample, the drums, pretty simple, but that kind of gets you a little bit of inspiration, I think. For me, at least, it's pretty dope. I like this. Of course, from there, I can do like some sort of processing, kind of additional processing, even just for practice. Now, this one, I would say, is a kind of a remake of one of my favorite beats ever. It's by Apollo Brown and The Answer. The whole album it's amazing, but this one is pretty awesome, man. So the sample is Crescent Noon by the Carpenters, and I think the main sample is somewhere here. Yes, the way I guess Apollo Brown sampled this, he kind of, there is that long and then there is like a very quiet drop, and the drop is, I think, this. And then there is that like, let's cut it here, and then let's say here. Now, from the original, I think it was pitched down by some semitone and has been slowed a little bit. But this beat is at 80 BPM, something like this. And it's kind of slowed down. So let's just try to slow this down a little bit. And then it's pitch down, so I think it's by -3 or something like this. Or is it the minus? That's a little bit low. Let's do -2. So yes, that's the stuff, man. I really like this beat. This is super dope. Now the drums. I think this is a drum sample that Apollo Brown added. The drum sample that he has, I think, is a Little Richard, the real thing, and it's this. But of course, he has like, I'm not sure how we made this beat. But it's not going to be like the exact thing. I think from what I see, at least, he makes beats in Cool Edit. So I think the kind of the pitch and the stretching and these sort of things is different in Cool Edit. But for the drums, I think we'll leave it at this for now. The essence for me was to kind of capture the samples and like the way the sample is stretched. But my remake, I think the sample, the drums is also kind of pitched down. So let's maybe pitch down by what, -2. So my remake of Apollo Brown, The Answer, is like this. And then from there it's like, waiting to this, and then it goes again. But yes, that's this little remake. This beat, man, I love this beat. This beat is one of the best beat that I've heard. So let's remake one last beat. It's by a French rapper. He's pretty dope. His name is Youssoupha, and this one is called L'Enfer c'est les autres. It's a pretty kind of soulful thing. The sample is David Oliver. I wanna write a love song for you. Pretty dope song overall. But it started like this. So then there is this intro, and the cool thing that I really like about this beat is that they kind of chopped like the drums and kind of added a little bit of vocals to kind of add the vibe of it. Then even when I'm listening to this, I kind of hear like something like this. As a matter of fact, that's one of the chops. And I think the second one is where is the other one again? Here is here. So that's the thing. And then you cut it from that to here. You see, that's the vibe of this. So let's just try to kind of chop this. So this is the first chop. I think it stops on the next drums, and the other one was then it's a little fast. This beat is at 80 BPM. And then the Write Your Love Song part comes here. But it's I think it's pitched by 3 semitone. No, that's too much. 2. You see? No, I think in the original beat they kind of added some drums on top of it to kind of like emphasize a little bit, but the sample, man. So this is my remake. This is one of my preferred beats as well. So it will intro like this. So yes, that's all the remake that I wanted to kind of redo for now. These are some of my favorite beats. It always kind of teaches you a lot to kind of go through this on how like these guys that kind of make something great like this work. I hope this help you with your beat block. For me now, I have some ideas, I have things that I would like to try. Even with these samples, kind of do like a remix or something like this. But yes, that's all. Thank you for watching, and then I'll catch you on the next one.